Oh, look at that. Oh, that mic's, well.
No, it kind of makes, I kind of
Yeah,
like it. It makes everyone knows we're on the podcast now.
Oh, God help us. I'm so nervous again.
What are you doing? You lose your goddamn mind. There's no one even watching.
I'm nervous.
Okay, I'm starting.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah.
We're live.
Now you're really nervous. There's still nobody watching.
I didn't know we were live. Okay.
We're also live on Instagram now.
We are?
Yes. How's that
Okay,
look?
want to just get going?
Yeah. Dang it, that doesn't turn though. That's upsetting to me. Will that work? Yeah. That'll work.
We can make it work.
We'll make it work. Oh, look at that. People already joining, Jacob.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
Bye-bye.
All right, well,
Good luck with your episode.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Clint.
You're welcome.
Clint, the editor, is leaving. So
Oh,
you can make an appearance if you want.
sure.
We haven't even started.
Yeah.
Just
No,
go.
we
Oh,
just-
you have?
No, yeah.
We haven't even turned
But
on
it's
the
on.
recording yet.
All right. Hello.
There you go. There's only 2 people.
Look at that.
Nope, 1.
Dang.
So
Hi, everyone.
there you go.
These guys put me through hell every week to deliver you great content.
That's great.
That's great.
That's great.
All right.
Okay.
I gotta turn on.
All right, bye-bye.
You
See ya,
entertain
Clint.
the people, Jake.
Entertain.
Do I turn it on before I put it in phantom mode? Clint?
What?
Do I
Yeah,
turn
we're
it
just
on?
getting set up here.
before Phantom Mode, yes.
So 1 minute.
Entertain them.
No, this
Sing them a song or something.
definitely not.
Do your little,
Rihanna.
lullaby, remember?
Oh, no, that's not good for this.
Okay. Phantom on, are you sure? Yes. Okay. So you're gonna be push the record button since you're closest.
Might as well just hit that.
The blinking red
Let's go.
button.
Let's go.
All right.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Hardwood Homies. I'm one of your hosts, Jacob Owens.
And this is Trenton DeRocher, and I think we've got a pretty good episode for you today. How are we gonna get this one started?
So I want to go over some games from last week, even this week, I guess. But let's start with actually what we got behind us.
Okay. We got some new decorations.
We got some new merch, I guess you could say.
It's not merch. That doesn't make any sense. But
Yeah, it does.
okay.
So we were at the men's the Grizz game on Saturday night. They played Portland State, and on the way out, I snagged this. Of the team, we're gonna get another one for the Lady Grizz, actually. But what were your thoughts from that game, I guess?
It was a weird game. It was really free flowing in the first half, and like most endings of Big Sky games this year, there was a lot of fouling and a lot of free throws to end it. But I don't know. The Grizz played pretty well, I thought. Both teams kind of looked pretty solid. At times, both teams played well. At times, they both didn't. But it was a good watch.
No, it was surprisingly good. Like, I don't know. So the Grizz really shot threes really well. I guess the big star of the night, Robbie Beasley, he had 7 minutes into the game, and I think he ended with he had over 20. So a season high for him.
Yeah, he was on fire. I think he had 24, 25.
That sounds right, yeah.
Something like that.
24.
But he's kind of set the tone for him from the scoring standpoint for sure. He made a bunch of shots and kind of amped up the crowd a little bit early, and they kind of rode that momentum for most of the first half. And
yeah, but it was not an easy game. Like for how good they were shooting,
right,
they were not up by much, and then at the end they almost, especially the beginning of the second half, Portland State was turning the Grizz over for the first few possessions, and Portland State's only won 8 games all year.
right.
So it was surprising for sure.
Yeah, they just took the Bobcats to the wire too, who are first in the Big Sky. So definitely not a team to be slept on. They can go out there and play with anyone. So
Yeah, no, they're I guess the player that impressed me the most from their team was we just knew him as number 5, but
yeah.
Michael Carter III. He was
yeah,
something to watch.
And
honestly.
he came off the bench too. He was
He
was like their 7th man almost that came off the bench, and he played really well. So
we were arguing about that.
Yeah.
I thought I was like, hey, some people are better coming
You
off
said
the
some
bench,
people are
and-
better coming off the bench, but I kind of understand that argument for like sixth man in the NBA, where it's like he's leading the bench squad. He's kind of the scorer when their second team's out there. But in college, you're never really putting your entire bench out there.
That's true.
So for
That's
me,
true.
it's like if he's that good, he should probably be playing with the starters. But
Yeah, no. I was glad that was my first game of the year. But there were quite a few games. I mean, the one, and you said everyone's beating them now, but Houston lost.
yeah, Houston lost a couple of games. They lost to Memphis and SMU this week.
Oh yeah, SMU.
Yeah,
I forgot
and the
about that.
Memphis game was at home actually, so that was a really
lost by
big
10
shocker.
too. Yeah.
yeah. Memphis looking to make the tournament. They're one of those bubble teams that it seems like everyone's a bubble team almost at this point.
Yeah, a lot of
They
people
start-
because you have all the teams that
Yeah.
are underperformed. For
All
most
those
of the year,
all those
and-
7 and 8 seeds start losing, and then all those teams that weren't in the tournament start winning, and pretty soon everyone's got a shot.
Yeah,
So
I agree with you. And like last week, we have a game on right now. So if
Yeah.
our eyes are wandering, we have a Baylor at Texas Tech.
yeah, big
Should
time.
be a good game.
Big time, almost top 10 battle. You got 7 versus 11 in the Big 12, which has been a really fun conference to watch all year. So we've got that on, and we're going to maybe be updating throughout maybe a little bit. So
Yeah, no, I don't know. Do you want to?
I want to talk
yeah.
Tennessee, Kentucky.
I was wondering because you had a few this week that you really.
Yeah.
liked. Yeah.
Well, I didn't. It was weird to see because Kentucky had been playing so well, but I actually think that game showed more about Tennessee than it did Kentucky. I think that going in, I thought Kentucky's a really good team, and Tennessee's, they've beaten some people, but I wasn't 100% sold on them. But now I'd say I definitely am. They've beat Kentucky, they've beat Arizona,
That's
and
true.
but
Yeah,
they've
you have
got
to get that in.
shooters. They play really good defense. I was really impressed with how Tennessee played.
They're a surprisingly deep team. I just know that from right after, kind of close to when they beat Arizona. A week or two later, they played a game without their starting point guard and Fulkerson, and they should have won at Alabama with that squad.
Yeah.
And if they play good defense, they can beat anyone. I feel like what really affects, sometimes they'll play kind of bad teams close, and
Yeah.
it comes down to their defense a lot of the time. But they're I don't know, they're a force. Yeah, I did not expect them to blow out Kentucky.
Right. And just with the way that they played the first time, Kentucky ran them out of the building at Rupp. So in Kentucky, they
Yeah.
won by 25, something like that. And it just looked like Tennessee had no will to live after they played them that game. So the fact that they were able to play as well as they did and not turn the ball over was a big part of it. They actually had way more points off turnovers than Kentucky did. And that was almost the exact opposite from the game they played earlier. So it was pretty cool to see.
No, and what about the Providence game? That was big because you found out, I should say,
Yeah.
that Providence and Villanova had not played each other all year.
Right. Yeah. It was the
And,
first matchup of the year.
big
And
matchup.
we couldn't even get the game because it was on CBS Sports or something stupid. And
That's a mainstream thing, but yeah,
well, kind of, but like Paramount is
it should get it. I think.
is the streaming service, and it's not even on Paramount. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how to get it. I tried, but I failed. But I was able to watch, bits and pieces of it, and Gillespie and Moore. Holy smokes!
Gillespie had what, 33?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Moore had like 20 in the first half. So
Jeez.
with Moore taking the first half and Gillespie just icing the game away on that 3 at the end.
Oh yeah, no. That was such a. I keep reading from journalists over there that atmosphere at Providence
yeah.
was like crazy.
That's what I've
Because they were, what were they? I think they're still first in the Big East, if I'm not mistaken. But
I think that's their first conference loss.
I think so, yeah.
Maybe.
They had a close call against DePaul Saturday, but
Yeah,
they pulled
they
it
did.
out. So yeah, you had their 8, Villanova's 10. That'll switch now, but I thought that was worth
Yeah.
mentioning.
Yeah,
For
no,
sure.
definitely.
And I felt like there was another game you wanted to mention from this week at least.
Right.
I know Miami just played and they won, but that
Yeah.
wasn't what it was.
No, yeah. Miami's been back to playing pretty well. We've won 3 in a row and are getting closer and closer to cementing our status in March. But we've got a little ways to go still. But
it seems like you're there, but I guess not, based on some of the stuff I was seeing with rankings and
yeah.
I almost forgot. Okay, Baylor, big injury.
Jonathan Chamwa Chachwa.
Yeah, you got the name there. I'm not gonna try to say the name, but
that's a big loss for them.
I think it's really big.
He's an NBA player. Like he comes off the bench, but I think he's an NBA player just because of his raw athleticism. He comes in, he rebounds for him. He plays really good defense, blocks shots at the rim. Just an electric athlete that they're really gonna miss. So
and he's averaging, I think, per game. He's done for the year now because of this knee injury he suffered, but he was shooting over 60% from the field, which is like, I think obviously he's not a guard. He's not taking threes or anything, but even for a front court player, that's really good. And I honestly believe that loss will, I don't know, if I'm betting on Baylor, that severely affects what their ceiling is. I don't think it's the same anymore, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I thought that was definitely worth mentioning.
I'd say it's almost similar to I'm losing the name here. Virginia. They had a guy that got hurt right before the tournament.
Yeah.
And then Hunter.
Yeah.
So he's played for them the whole year, got hurt right before the tournament, and of course that's the infamous year where they lose to UMBC in the first round. Yeah. And people were saying before that, they were saying, oh, it's not really that big of a deal. He's not, one of their stars.
He was an NBA guy, though.
But then by the next year, he's on their team and hits possibly the biggest shot of their season to secure them the national championship. He hit a 3 to send it to overtime against Texas Tech. And, one player can make that big of a difference at times.
Oh, yeah. No, Baylor was in trouble. And that, I don't know, that cemented some things for me, I think. Maybe that's a bit dramatic, but
They are going to get Cryer back, though.
Okay.
He's been out for almost a month now.
And he's really key to that.
Yeah. They said he's day-to-day now, so he should be back either tonight or soon.
And Akinjo's been back.
Yeah, he's been back. He's been hobbled, but he's starting to get healthy again, too. So Baylor's starting to get a little healthier. This one's a big, big loss, but they are getting a little better.
And let's go to the Duke game last night. You got me out of my room, and I'm glad you did, to see the end of this game.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Explain what was going on for people like me, kind of, that just got popped into the game, started watching.
Well, Duke was kind of controlling for most of the game. They were up. They were up about 10 to 12 for a majority of the game. And pretty soon, at halftime, actually, Coach K doesn't come out of the locker room, and people are they're kind of speculating where he was, and
he was sick apparently.
Yeah, eventually it comes out that he was sick. So, but Shire's coaching them. They get up 20, and pretty soon they just kind of started getting really sloppy. And Wake Forest hit a bunch of threes, gets right back in the game, and made it really interesting late. Couple turnovers from Duke towards the end, and Wake Forest tied it up. And then
I will say one thing because it's going to become relevant. And
I feel like I'm just summing up the entire game.
Well, no, that's fine because there's a really so obviously not a big Duke fan, but there was a bad call against Duke late in that game to let Wake Forest tie it up with they drove to the basket.
Mark Williams,
he was straight up, and they called a foul. They got 2 free throws, made them both, and then after that you get when that happened, I think there's another 17 seconds left.
Yeah.
So then you don't know what to expect. And then they take a layup, they miss, and then this goaltending thing. Yeah. That wasn't, but it was close at the very end.
I actually saw an alternate angle of that video that suggests it might have been still goaltending because so when Williams went to catch it, to tip it in, he jumps up with 2 hands and he goes to grab it with his left. And he tipped it, right?
Yeah, to his other.
He had to tip it to his other hand. But off of his first tip, when he grabs it with his other hand, that ball was above the rim with his right hand.
No, I know, but I saw that too. But then I read, I don't know, some rule that pretty much implied that's legal. I think maybe it's
I was reading some things that said it was legal, some things that said it won't. It was kind of a gray area in the rule book, but it probably should have stood.
It is
He
a
grabbed
weird-
it off the rim, or off, not off the rim, off outside of the cylinder. It was probably a good play, but
Yeah, no. What about
as a Miami fan that needed Duke to lose, it's goaltending.
Well, let's explain it. So, Banchero, he took a layup, he missed it, and one of Duke's probably, I don't know, I think he's an X factor. Mark Williams, he was right at the rim, and he kind of hits it with one hand and then dunks it in.
Yeah,
And they reviewed it for a while, and they said basket stands. Oh,
Yeah.
And then Wake Forest
inbounds it, throws the ball full court, not even 3/4, like almost full court,
almost full, yeah.
and nearly banked it in for the win.
Yeah, it rattled out.
It rattled out, but
It would have been late.
I think it was
but still.
after the buzzer, anyways. But it would have been an unreal.
It would have won them the game. They were
Yeah.
down 2.
Yeah.
So no, that was a fun game. That's gonna take us to something we don't normally do, but I saw a tweet about the end of the Duke game
Uh-huh.
with that call, with the foul call, which I agree is a bad call. Seth Davis said, so he says, as usual, Duke gets hosed by the refs. And I thought he was being sarcastic, but I don't think he was.
No.
And I was just shocked. I was like, I feel like the Blue Bloods always maybe this isn't even fair, but the impression you get is they get most of the calls, not the other way around.
Right.
So I don't know why. I don't know where that comes from. Like,
No, he's saying Duke usually gets the calls. He's being sarcastic.
I don't know if he was, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't think he was. I don't know, man.
I don't know how he would say they got hosed by the refs at the end of the game, especially when they
Well,
got the
bad.
call. They got the call in their favor, though.
No, not with the goaltending, with the foul.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was it right? Well, you don't
That-
know when it was, though.
Well, that's the call he's talking about.
How do you know? It's not talking about the
I don't know.
goaltending call.
That's my
Anyways,
impression of it. Because
yeah.
I've seen him talk before, and I don't think it was sarcastic. Because I was waiting
Right,
to see, and there was no context given. I don't know. I don't think he was kidding.
right.
So
Yeah. So for anyone that's just like starting to tune into the Instagram, if you want to ask any questions or anything,
oh, that's good.
we'll definitely take some Q&A too while we're going. So just to throw that out there.
Yeah, you can. Like, we got some comments. I don't know
Yeah.
if there are questions.
No, they're mostly just comments.
I think you're
like
both
Michigan
lying.
better. Michigan's been playing well, you know.
Milk. I don't know if I should read their username.
Yeah.
Miss both of you.
Yeah. Anyways, do you want to get into our little blind resume game?
Blind resume game. Oh yeah. No, can you explain what we're doing just so people know?
Yeah.
Like,
So I'm obviously stealing this from other people I've seen do this,
Yeah.
but they take resumes of two teams that you don't know who each team is. But you got to look at their quad one wins, their record, their, if they beat top 25. Well, we hadn't do it yet. But we look at their record and their resume as a whole, and we determine who we think should be in. We're going to use the bubble teams today to decide, if they should be in the tournament, if they should be out the tournament, and it's kind of a fun little thing.
Well, because it's anonymous. It might go against what we've even said on here, depending on the team. So it's kind of fun just to, I don't know, see it without the team name. It does affect how you view it, just analytics.
So I've got my paper here, so I'll go first. I'll give you this one first.
Okay.
So here's Team A. They are ranked 39th in the net.
Yeah.
They are 3-9 in quad one games.
Which is, just so everyone knows, that's, to make it brief, that's against the best teams.
So this is a tier list. There's 4 quadrants. Wins against quad one obviously mean that they're against the top, 25% of teams in college basketball.
And then just going down from there.
So we've got 3-9 in quad one.
It's not good.
4-2 in quad two. 1-1 in quad three. And 6-0 in quad four. And 14-12 overall.
I don't think that team belongs in the tournament.
Okay.
Just because they're obviously in a decent conference, because you're not going to play that many quad one games.
Right.
Without doing it. And then the quad 3 1-1 number is troubling.
Anyway, not many games.
I'll let you get to this.
All right, so here's Team B. We got 55 net rank. We're 2-5 in quad one.
Not much better.
We're 4-1 in quad two.
Okay.
7-1 in quad three. and 4-0 in quad 4, and their record is 17-7.
Oh, wait. Oh, I know that team. I can't think of who that is. I know exactly.
Do you know that team?
I'm trying. The 17-7. I should. Oh, I think is that Notre Dame?
Well, I'm not going to tell you.
You
who it
won't
is.
tell? Okay. I think that's Notre Dame, but it doesn't matter. It's not even close. They've played less quad 1 games, but they have the same number of wins. So is it what? Just pick between the two?
Well, it's 14-12 versus 17-7. Oh, you're saying
Quad 1.
Quad 1?
2 and 5 versus
3-9. 3-9 versus 2-5.
Okay. Well, the 3-9 is still worse.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I'll pick the latter. Not even close, in my opinion.
Team B.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it is Notre Dame.
See, that's ACC.
Yeah. You know who number 1 is?
Who is it? No, I actually didn't know.
Oklahoma.
Is it? I'm big.
I know you were saying you were big on Oklahoma. You said they don't deserve to be in now. What's that all about?
Well, that's weird because I was gonna actually bring this up. I'll bring it up now. If you're picking in March, if Oklahoma manages to sneak in, I think they're a good pick. Now it goes against what I'm saying, but because they lost Saturday at Kansas, lost by 2, lost in overtime to Texas last night.
They have lost some close.
They're not a bad team, but no, based on the stats, definitely shouldn't be in if you compare those two.
Yeah, 3-9 quad 1.
Yeah.
Only 4-2 quad 2. You'd think at least they'd
quad
be
3, 1-1.
1-1. Yeah, it's like who'd they lose to? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway,
that was good because I'm kind of an ACC. I'm anti-ACC.
I know you are.
So good. Right. I'm glad you did that.
Okay.
You want me to do one?
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
Okay. Yeah. Let's start with. Well, I was gonna say the team name. That one. Okay. So team A, 71 in the net. Record of 17-9. 1-4 in quad 1. 2-2 in quad 2. 3-3 in quad 3, and 11-0 in quad 4. Despite yeah,
they
that's
played
a lot
of terrible teams. Holy smokes.
West Virginia. Oh my God. Never mind, it's over. It's West Virginia. Oh my. Okay, let me just. I'll just read.
Read the thing.
Jeez,
yeah.
I could.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll tell you which one I honestly think.
Yeah. So mystery team.
Mystery team.
68.
Definitely not West Virginia.
68 in the net. 14 and 11. 2-10 quad 1. 4-1 quad 2. 2-0 quad 3. 6-0 quad 4. So who are you?
Well,
taking?
I would definitely take A. I would definitely take the first team.
I agree with that.
I would take not West Virginia in there.
I know, and I was a little surprised.
2-8. That's real bad.
No, 2-10.
2-10.
Yeah.
2-10, even worse.
Yeah. Okay. Well, not West Virginia.
Who was team A?
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like that. I don't like hearing the wet WCC, but they don't play anyone. That's what I'm saying. 11 quad 4 wins.
But they 1-4 in quad 1 though. They're on.
I understand that.
They're on pace better than West Virginia.
They're on pace better, but I mean, who's their one win against another WCC team that's overrated?
Probably. That's not
probably against like BYU. Or something.
Yeah, probably.
They got beat by Gonzaga by 50.
Yeah. No, hit me with one.
Okay.
Actually, no. Let me redeem myself. We'll
okay.
give you.
Okay. Let me put on my thinking cap again.
Okay, we're going. First team, 47 in the net, 14 and 10.
Okay.
A lot of teams on the bubble kind of around that, right?
Yeah.
Quad 1, 0-4. Quad 2, 3-2. Quad 3, 7-3. Quad 4, 4-1.
This team sucks. This team's terrible.
I don't know about that.
Horrible.
The second team, 36 in the net, 13 and 10, 2-6 in quad 1, 3-3 in quad 2, 4-1 in quad 3, and 4-0 in quad 4 games. They have a similar overall record.
A couple of teams that aren't. I don't know. I'll go team B though. Out of that,
I actually agree with you there. Okay. Do you have any guesses who they are?
I think I know the first one because I think I used them for one of mine too. Is it Washington State?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I
don't know who the other one is though.
Someone in the comments says I'm. I'm giving it up, but yeah, the second team's Michigan.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Yeah, both of those teams not impressive. Washington State, I would like to see make the tournament, but based on this,
Their stuff's terrible on that.
well, even you can say, oh, they did bad in quad 1, but they
They
beat
didn't even
everyone
do
else,
that
but
great
they
in
didn't.
quad 2.
Yeah, 3-2, 7-3, even.
Yeah,
quad
not
2.
even quad 3 is very good.
Yeah, so that's troubling for them. I doubt they
And
make
they're
it.
still right at the same as Miami in the net, which blows my mind.
Yeah, I'm curious about the net when I see that. Geez, okay, we got someone in the chat who says I'll take Michigan and everything. That's all I know. And then they pretty much say they're trash next. So thank you, Milk Chugging Champ. Quite the name.
Milk Chugging Champ is getting it done on our comments.
Are they?
Okay.
This is kidding.
All right, we're just gonna keep.
Apparently, they went to school with us. But,
Apparently, they went to school.
I mean, that's fine. I can't see the picture. I might know who it is. Yeah, you're up.
I'm going. Here we go. Well, I'll go to this one since we've already done Washington State.
Yeah.
So here's Team A for you. We got 58th in the net, 16-8 overall.
Wait, 15 in the net, and what's the next thing?
16-8 overall.
Okay.
And then we've got 2-3 against quad 1.
Okay.
We've got 4-2 versus quad 2, 3-3 in quad 3, and 7-0 in quad 4.
That's troublesome.
And then we've got 67th in the net.
Jeez.
18-7 overall.
Oh, I know this.
4-1 quad 1.
I know this.
4-4 quad 2.
That's
probably 5-4 now. 6-2 quad 3 and 4-0 quad 4. 6-2 quad 3 and 4-0 quad. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure you probably know who the one team is.
Yes, I do.
I had to make sure they got in here.
That's fine. Can you give me the first team's quad 1 again?
2-3.
Okay, that's big. And what's their quad 2? Sorry, I'm making you repeat the whole thing.
So quad 1 is 2-3. Quad 2 is 4-2.
Okay. Oh, no, I still am going to pick Team B, which is what, Miami?
It is Miami.
I thought it was.
Do you know who Team A is?
Give me the overall again. 16
and 8.
8-8. Oh. No, this is wrong. Is it Oregon?
It is Oregon.
It is Oregon. Okay.
It is Oregon.
Okay. Cool.
I think I get a little ACC Pac-12
I like
matchup.
that.
Those were fairly even, not crazy.
They were. No, it wasn't crazy. I
think that Miami's resume is a decent bit better, but it's not crazy.
The net disparity is pretty weird.
Yeah, 10 places higher.
Also, well, like
3-3 and quad 3 is just sad for Oregon.
No, exactly.
That's probably the reason they're not in.
Yeah. We got someone saying Gonzaga is not going to win.
Gonzaga is not winning the championship.
Choke artists. Very nice.
They have choked quite a bit.
I agree with you. I don't know how. Can you bet on them? They've been to the national title twice in recent years and they haven't won.
Yeah.
They look like the team that was meant to win it last year, and then they lose their only loss of the season. Final game when it matters.
That's a tough one to lose.
Got dominated too. Anyway,
got hammered.
They did.
Baylor took them to the woodshed.
Give you.
All right, we got one more of these.
Yeah, I got one more for you. I won't spoil this one either. Okay. Team 1, net 48, 21-5. Quad 1, 1-2. Quad 2, 2-3. Quad 3, 5-0. Quad 4, 13-0.
Another team in a terrible conference.
I almost said the name of this team. On the video, I might mouth it even. Okay, net 35. Record of 16-10.
I know this team already.
I'm sure you do.
I know. When we're both looking through for teams.
0-5 in in quad 1, 5-3 quad 2, 5-2 quad 3, 6-0 quad 4. So
I bet I can guess both of these teams actually.
Yeah, do it.
Well, the first one I assume is either in the West Coast or the Mountain West.
It's not a bad guess, but
or it could even be the American. I'm not sure. But I would probably. Gosh, that's tough.
It is tough.
That's so many bad teams you're playing. It's hard to really go off of that.
It is.
I'd have to go Team A though.
Yeah, I would.
You can't
too.
go over in quad one
and have a lot
and
worse record.
10 losses. That's too many for a team that hasn't won any quad one game.
I agree, Zach. Yeah. So wait, do you want to? You know the second team, right?
It's Virginia Tech, right?
Yeah, and the first team's Belmont.
Belmont, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw them on the bubble.
They're
I think
gonna-
it was in
They're
Lenardi's
gonna
thing.
play. They're gonna play Murray State for the conference championship
Hmm.
every
I actually
every.
want to see that.
I know. Well, they play them every year for the conference championship. It seems like
Murray State, they'd be tough.
the Ohio Valley. It's always those two, though. Man,
Really?
it's always those two. It's either one of them is right on the bubble and barely gets in, and the other one wins, or yeah.
It's someone's. I keep saying someone. They gave their name, but it's still going on about Gonzaga. I get the frustration. They never won ever, yet they're ranked in the top 5 every year. They cannot win.
Here's a hypothetical question for you: if Gonzaga's in the Pac-12 or the ACC, pick your poison.
Yeah.
Not
sure.
pick your poison. Pick whatever.
Yeah.
How many conference losses do you think they'd have this year?
Oh, 3 or 4. 4 at the
You
most.
say 3 or 4?
4 at the very most.
Yeah.
I could see them going. They're at least going to have 1. I think reasonably probably 2 or 3.
Okay.
3 if they struggle.
Yeah.
A bit. But
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, but
They're
like
good-
in the
good.
WCC, they're not going to lose more than I don't think
They might lose late. They have to play at San Francisco.
I know
and
people are
at
giving these teams way too
St.
much
Mary's.
credit.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
who has any of them beat except Gonzaga?
for their tournament chances. You're
Just
saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just
Well,
saying.
I don't know. They haven't played a ton of great teams, but at the same time,
I know,
they
but like we
easily should've.
can't name one team
no,
that
not really.
anyone's beat except Gonzaga.
No. Who was it? San Fran played.
Didn't they?
No,
play,
that was Colorado
So-
State.
somebody played Loyola, didn't you? Say?
Yeah, I want to say that was
But they
Colorado
lost.
State,
Okay.
but maybe it was San Fran. It was one. They have just like
Yeah.
the same colors too.
Yeah.
I'm a color guy.
But
a
that's what
color
I'm
guy.
saying is that it's
Yeah.
so hard to just go with the WCC and just to say they're better. I mean, I think we were saying early that they were playing better.
Yeah, they were, but
I
then they
remember-
started losing. Like San Francisco started losing quite a few. They were
Yeah.
undefeated for a while. Now they have 6 losses, maybe.
Yeah, it's just hard to give them a whole ton of credit.
Yeah,
For me, I understand the Mountain West teams being in because they've
Like
won almost all their games.
Wyoming, who else?
Boise, and Colorado State.
Colorado State's been
All 3 of those teams make sense to me, but as St. Mary's, who is
They're ranked.
they're ranked, which blows my mind because they've beaten nobody. But
They always do that. Though.
I know they always rank them. But BYU and San Francisco and Santa Clara and all these teams, it just I don't know.
BYU had a
I
big
don't
win
I don't
against
see it for
Oregon
them
when
because
they
they've
were
lost
ranked
so
high.
many games. Yeah, but
When they were
Oregon was losing to everyone at the beginning.
They were, and now they're going to try to. They're the last team in Lenardi's bracketology.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. Is there? Oh well, I don't know. We want to talk about the games coming up, or
Yeah, we go to some
kind of
games
touch
coming
on
up.
them.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we got quite a few. I don't know, quite a few good games this weekend. I don't know. One that comes to mind that. So game days coming to Tucson when Arizona plays Oregon. I hope it's not a good game. It very well could be. There's no reason it shouldn't be if Oregon plays good.
Yeah.
But that's one. That's not even one of the better games. Michigan State and Illinois play. I think that might be one of the.
Could be. Oh, we Rutgers.
That was what it was earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rutgers beat Illinois tonight. So Rutgers might have just possibly made the tournament. They probably just went from out to in.
Dude, what was the final score there?
They won 70-59, I believe.
Okay. And where was that at Rutgers?
Yeah, it was at Rutgers.
Okay. Yeah, Illinois, they had a rough start. They climbed all the way up to 12th, and now they just lost to a bubble team.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
tough.
but that's in the same week. Rutgers has beat Illinois and Wisconsin. So
I was thinking Purdue, but that's what they did.
they
a lot
beat
earlier.
Purdue earlier. Yeah,
That's a really big
they've
one,
got
actually.
they've got some huge wins, but they have some really bad losses. I know people were talking about how they have some just horrible losses. I'd be interested to look and see what those are. But
Yeah, me too. No, that's a big game. Michigan State. I don't know what to think of it.
Yeah,
I'm not sold. On
I'm
them
not
at all.
sold on them either.
Illinois, I don't even know. I was like, oh, they're hitting their stride, and then they lose tonight.
I just think Rutgers is really good at home.
Okay.
I don't see this as an Illinois thing. I think a lot of people thought that Rutgers was going to win that game.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I was not one of those people, but
With Ron Harper and Geo Baker and they have guards that can as good as anyone in the country.
Harper, yeah, that shot against Purdue,
Yeah.
big buzzer.
It was pretty unreal.
Yeah, it was cool. Texas Tech. Texas Tech in Texas, but this time it's in Austin.
You mess with the beard, you get the horns.
Yep, that's our man from Twitter, John Rothstein.
Yeah,
He
we're big
is
fans.
We are big fans of him. So I don't know. The first game was just such a story because it was Beard's return to Lubbock, Texas, because he used to coach Texas Tech. But I don't really know what to expect from.
No, Texas Tech has been one of the most inconsistent teams in the country the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. What's the score of the game right now? Actually,
Baylor's up 6.
They are okay.
Yeah.
There's a lamp right in my view, so I can't tell.
Well, we got to have the lighting right.
Exactly, we do. We
got to be looking.
It's a sacrifice we need to make.
Got to be looking good.
Okay. And they're 11th right now. Yeah, they have been all over the place, though. I don't know. You have any thoughts on who wins that game? Texas just won a nail biter to Oklahoma.
Yeah, I know. That's big for Miami's chances of making the tournament.
That is.
I was all over that. But
Oklahoma's a bubble team.
Yeah. So Texas Tech, Texas at Texas. I'll probably take the Longhorns.
Yeah.
They've been playing really well lately.
I'm not even that high on them, but I would take them in the game.
No, well, Beard brought the defense to Austin, so I don't know.
A lot of transfers.
I assume it'll be a very, very defensive
Not a
game.
lot.
I don't think there's going to be hardly any points scored in that game.
Yeah.
I bet you they're both well below 65, both teams.
Yeah, okay. You think Timmy Allen for Texas has another big game?
I wouldn't say a big game. He probably has the biggest of the games for everyone, just, probably like 15 or something.
Is he becoming like their main guy? Like recently, maybe, or just establishing himself more?
He's been playing better lately. I know he had 30 something against Kansas, maybe.
Okay.
Or had a huge game against Kansas, regardless.
You were just telling me he's been going off, and I just knew him from Utah. He transferred, and then I think early on it took him a while to get used to the new team and everything.
Yeah, I
agree.
agree.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think their guy's been Andrew Jones most of the
way. Okay.
He's
been there a while.
He hasn't had a really big year. Not as good as people were expecting. I think they were probably expected to be more of a top 10 team this year than a top, 25. 20.
Yeah, they're 20th right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I don't know what to make of this game. I actually don't think it shouldn't be that good of a game based on my opinion of the team. So we have Alabama and Kentucky. I think Kentucky should roll, but sometimes Alabama looks like a team possessed in a good way.
Yeah.
Sometimes they look terrible, which is like half their games.
They had a bit of a scare tonight too. Alabama did.
Did they actually pull it out?
They did win.
Okay.
They were losing, by 8 or something in the second half to Mississippi State, but they were able to end up getting a win. So, Mississippi State with that loss probably eliminates them from the tournament. I would say they were kind of first out of the bubble, and then they lost, I think, their last 2 games. So unless they make a
deep
SEC tournament run or something. But
yeah, and I actually have found that I don't really think if a team's close, even if they make a deep run, usually that's not enough unless they get to the championship.
Exactly. Yeah, it's got to be a deep run because some of those bubble teams, especially in conferences that are a little smaller, middle ones, that's only winning 2 games just to get to the finals or the semis, sometimes. So
that's true. So let's just stay in the SEC. One more. Arkansas versus Tennessee.
Must bust.
Yeah, Arkansas is ranked for first time in a while, right?
That's at home, I'm pretty sure. That's going to be another wild environment.
That place is crazy.
Arkansas, they don't mess around.
Oh,
They get on the bus and they party.
The pyrotechnics.
I know. The flames up coming off the backboard and
Turn the lights off. Shirtless coach. Everything.
yeah, it's just a party scene.
I don't even know what to make of that. The SEC's just a terrible place to play. Like the Big 12, they're both pretty like.
I think the SEC, man. I think they're unreal conference this year. They got 4 or 5 teams that could win the national championship. I don't think as good as the Big 12 is. I don't think they have that many teams that are actual contender.
They're really deep in like the middle kind of.
Yeah, they're really deep in terms of everyone can win games, but I don't think they have as many actual elite contenders.
Yeah.
Because I would say Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas.
Arkansas, you think could win it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And
I don't know if they recapture the magic from last March.
Well,
Maybe they do.
That's debatable.
They beat Auburn, #1 team in the country. So, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think that, 4 of those teams, maybe you group in LSU, maybe not. They've been struggling a little bit, but had it rolling early in the year.
They did. I don't know what's been happening to them.
Yeah. But with Big 12, I think once you get outside of Kansas and Texas Tech and Baylor, maybe are your 3, and then after that you're kind of reaching. Even a couple of those. Texas
all
Tech
of those have question marks.
All of those have had times where they've been really struggling. So
that's a good point. I never thought of it like that, but yeah, I'd agree with you for the most part there. I don't know. Those are kind of the big games. One thing just on, I don't know, to be on the lookout for. This won't do you any good, but the Grizz play the Bobcats, who in men's basketball. Bobcats are leading the conference, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that could end up deciding the conference.
February 27th, a 3:00 game. I think that's a Sunday. Kind of a weird time to have that game.
That's the men's game?
It's on ESPN.
They usually have the men's and the girls game on the same and women's game on the same day.
Oh.
They did last year, or maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But I assume that maybe because the last time the men's were the late game that they're doing the women's
maybe
this year.
I like that late
That's
game.
possible. I do
like
too.
it.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, "This is a really weird time." I don't know if it explains how they got on ESPNU though.
No, yeah, I agree. Yep.
Which is good for the conference, and
Definitely.
it actually means something.
Yeah,
so
it could be big. The Grizz are still trying to be a top 4 seed. They're kind of battling it out to try to get that, big bye.
I don't know what to make of the Grizz, to be honest with you. They just
inconsistent, very inconsistent.
Like within games too.
A lot of the Big Sky is really inconsistent this year. So every game is close. It seems like in the Big Sky.
Watch out for Portland State. They can play.
They could make a run. Yeah,
I
agree.
They're a team to root for, honestly.
I really enjoyed turnovers. I really enjoyed watching them play too.
Yeah, there's some players. I don't know. That's it for me.
That's about all I got. No, I'm good.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget to like. So I guess explain it.
Gosh, I wish we would have said that at the beginning. This video that we're recording for this podcast is going to be posted. Check it out. Maybe throw a like on it, and we would definitely appreciate a subscribe too.
We're on Spotify.
Yeah.
So we post all the episodes there without the visuals, if that's better for you.
Yeah.
If
you don't like looking at us, then you can listen on Spotify.
Yeah.
But if you like looking at us, check us out on YouTube.
Yeah. And join us here next Wednesday. Probably keep doing it.
Yeah. No, we're definitely going to keep doing them live. So.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have the women's poster by then. Maybe not. No promises. But yeah, have a good night, everyone.
Yeah.